This conference will now be recorded.
Okay guys, let's get started. So in today's session, we are going to discuss about application deployment. Okay, so application deployment is one of the great features in SCCM. Okay, application deployment. Now, how do you deploy application to the devices? Suppose you are, suppose this is you. You are working as a SCCM administrator. Okay, SCCM administrator. Now, you have access to SCCM server. Now, somebody in Mumbai, right? And you are in New York, for example. Okay. Now, there are like 2000 computers. Okay. And you need to install one application called, let's say, Zoom application. You have to install Zoom application on these 2000 computers. Now, how do you install application through SCCM? SCCM is what? SCCM is basically going to deploy application, plus you can manage devices through SCCM. So we already saw how to manage devices through SCCM. We have to do what? We need to install client in all the machine, right? That is what we have done in day before yesterday's session. We install the client in all the machine. So as long as the client is installed, then you can deploy application, you can deploy updates, you can manage machines. If the client is not there, for example, this is a machine where the client is not present, you will not be able to send any policies or send applications, you send updates. You can't do that because the client is not there. As soon as the client is there, then you can do that. Okay, so that is what the prerequisite. The client has to be there. Now, Zoom application you have to deploy to some applications in Mumbai, for example. These are the machines in Mumbai. Now, what will you do? You will create the application. So you will first, what you do, you will in SCCM server, for example, this is your SCCM server. You will create the application, the Zoom application here, right? And then after you create the Zoom application, you then distribute it to the distribution point. So where we have to deploy? In Mumbai computer. So we will have many distribution points: Mumbai distribution point, London distribution point, Chennai distribution point, but we have to distribute only to Mumbai. Why? Because the target machines are present in Mumbai. If you have to deploy in Mexico as well, or Chennai as well, then you have to distribute Zoom application to that location as well. For example, this location is in Mexico. Okay, and there are like 500 machines in Mexico. So you need to install client in all the machine, right? Now, if you have to do that, the first what you do, you create application and then you distribute. After distributing, right? That is the first point. You have to distribute. I mean, first you have to create application, and then the second is you have to distribute. Now then deployment comes into the picture. How do you deploy it? Can you directly deploy it to the devices, 2000 devices, or do we have to create a collection? Huh?
We need a collection for that.
Right. So we will have to create a collection. Yesterday I showed you how to create collection. For example, we will create a collection of these 2000 machine, right? So collection name, for example, the collection name is Mumbai computers. Then you have to deploy the application to Mumbai collection. Okay. We have to do the deployment. So that's point number 3. So deployment on Mumbai collection. What will happen? In that collection, there are 2000 machines. They will start downloading the content from here. They will start downloading content from distribution point, Mumbai distribution point. Similarly, the machines in Mexico, you have to deploy on the collection. Then they will start downloading from this distribution point, and the installation will start. The machine will start installing the application, and then the machine will have that Zoom application will be there on the machine. So out of 2000, for example, out of 2000 on success, let's say successfully it got installed on 1800 machines, then there could be some failure due to some issues. uh, you know application did not installed. So for example, you have 50 machines where the application is failed. Then we have unknown. Unknown means what? The machine is offline and not on the network. The machine is away from the network. So for example, there are like 150 machines which are in unknown status, right? As soon as the machine will come back online, it will get the installation will start on those machines, right? So that is like a production environment. Whenever you deploy, you will get the status like this. If all the machines are on the network and if it is installed in all the machine, then it will be like 2000 100% successful. But generally success rate is like more than 95 or 96%. The success rate will be there. Some machines, due to some issue on the machine side, okay, the failure will be there, and unknown because the machine will not be on the network and all. So that is how you do the deployment. I hope you understood this process, guys. Hmm? Everyone?
Yes.
Yeah, just a quick question, Kashif. The company I work for, they do AG group and they link it to the collection. Is this like the proper way or?
Yeah, that option is also there. Yesterday I showed you the group, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the user collection. No, I showed you the OU method, not the group method, right? So
Yeah.
you can also use that method. That's not a problem. So what basically they are doing it in the company, um, basically you have Active Directory, right? AD. In Active Directory, you create a group. For example, Zoom security group, Zoom group. Okay, you create, and then you link it with a collection in SCCM. For example, this is SCCM. So you create a collection, right? Zoom collection, and then you link it here. Create a link. So whatever the users are there, let's say there are 10 users in this group, and then you will get 10 members here. If you remove or add, if you make any modification here, it will get modified here. If you remove, it will get removed from here. Are you clear with this?
Yes.
Okay, so that's way of making collection. That's a query based collection. You can create a query rule collection for that. Okay, so instead of user OU name, we have chosen user OU name, right? We can choose group, right? Security group name, and then we can give the group name itself.
Okay.
1 minute, guys. Okay, so I'll make you presenter again, Athar. Okay, guys, let's get started with the application deployment today. So type in application deployment overview. Point number 1, application deployment overview. Now, second point. Now, in a production environment on daily basis, you get requirement. Somebody will come and wait, you don't have to write it down. Now, in production environment, you will get requirement like you have to deploy application on, let's say, 100 machine or 1000 machine, or all the machines in HR team, all the machines in finance team, right? Uh, so on daily basis, you will have, generally you will get requirement like this. So what will you do? You will first download application and then deploy. I create the application in SCCM, distribute and deploy. That's a simple process. Okay, so now first of all, when the requirement comes in, you have to check whether the deployment is doable or not. Okay, sometimes the application comes in a different format, so we have to check the format. So application, sometime we get MSI application, sometime we get EXE application. MSI is the better one. If you get MSI on the vendor website, then it is always better than other format like EXE. EXE has some challenges, some issue. Success rate is also not good. The command line, to find the command line is also very difficult. But MSI has, it's pretty standard and it has all the command lines. So MSI is always better. So we have to try finding the MSI file from the vendor website. For example, I have to deploy a Zoom application. So I have to find out the MSI application instead of EXE, find MSI. But if the vendor is not creating MSI, then you are not left with any other option but to go with EXE application. Okay, EXE and MSI is the extension of the application, right? Both of them are application, both of them are installer, but in different format. Now we will see how to deploy MSI first, and then I will show you EXE tomorrow. Okay, now so type in MSI application deployment, MSI application deployment in available mode. Now there are modes in available mode. There are few modes: available mode, required mode, approval mode, right? So we will see the available mode. Available is like the application which are available on your mobile, like Play Store, right? You go and install the application. The applications are available. So whenever you need it, you can go and install it. Applications are available in App Store, Google Play Store, then Windows Store. So the application will be there, and as and when the user wants it, they can download it from the store itself.
In
Similarly, we have
software
to,
center, right?
yeah, so we have to make some application available in Software Center. So by default, if you remember, we have Software Center installed in all the machine. That's like a Play Store. So we will make it available for users. It will be better for user. User will not have to call help desk or anyone. They can go to Software Center and download the application themselves. Just like we, in order to download Zoom application on our mobile, do we call Google? No, right? We just have to go to Google Play Store and download it. So self-service is available. We can go ahead and download and install. Similarly, what we will do, we will make some application available in Software Center for user self-service. They can go ahead and install it. Okay, now so let's download a couple of application. So open Edge browser on your SCCM server or Internet Explorer on SCCM server. Now go to google.com. Okay, now in Google type in 7-zip download. 7-zip download. 7-zip is a small application. We will download 7-zip. Okay, let's download that application. Now there are formats coming. You see, on this website there are some formats like exe, then msi, then .7z, then .tar. There are many options, right? But we will use the 1 minute, the fourth one from top, that is msi for 64-bit, right? So the fourth one, download that one. So 64-bit, because most of the computers are coming in 64-bit format, so we'll use that one. Okay, so now we have downloaded it. Let's download one more application. Go back to google.com again on the same server, and type in mremote download. mremote download. Yeah, click on download mremote. Everyone, download mremote MSI one, the green MSI. You see the green MSI, the stable version, green MSI. The green color MSI is there, right? Yeah, click on that. Now, one more application, type in Google, go back to google.com again and type in Google Zoom MSI installer, because when you search with Zoom, exe comes. So we don't want exe, we want MSI. Zoom MSI installer for Windows. Zoom MSI installer for Windows. Zoom installer. Now you have to download the MSI one. Under Windows you have many options, but wait a minute. You have to download the 64-bit MSI installer, the fifth one from top. Yes, the second last one. Yes. Okay, so total we have downloaded 3 applications: Zoom, mremote, 7-zip. You can download one more application. Go back to google.com and type in front motion Firefox download. Front motion Firefox download. Click on download front motion. And you have to download this the 98.0.1. The right hand side you have the 64-bit 98 point, right hand side 90, right hand side 98. Why I'm choosing 98? Because I would like to download the old version now, and then we will upgrade to the 99 one, the latest one. Let's download 98.0.1. Click on that. When you click on that, then you have English Unite. Go down the language. We will choose the United States English language. EN/US will be there. Scroll down a little bit. Go up, little bit up. Wait a minute. The third one, wait a minute. The middle one, in the middle you have EN/US MSI. EN/US, yeah, that is the one. EN/US MSI, yes. Okay, let it get downloaded, because it is gonna take 5 minutes. It's a big file, so let it get downloaded. Okay, now minimize this browser. Now in the meantime, you have to go to the download folder, the location where you downloaded. So let's go to the download folder in the server. Download folder. Very good. So you downloaded some files. Now we have to see the extension of these files, whether the extension is .exe or MSI or what. So in order to see the extension, you need to click on View on the top and choose File Name Extension at the right hand side. Right, go right. File name extension. Check that box. Very good. Now you see the extension is .msi. We downloaded 7-zip, we downloaded mremote, and we downloaded Zoom. Firefox is getting downloaded. So there are 3 files which are already downloaded. You can delete 2203 folder. Let's delete 2203 folder. Right click delete. We don't need that one. We need to Now we need to delete MEM configuration manager folder file. Yeah, right click delete MEM. Now right click delete the the .NET NDP thing. Right click delete. Very good. Now these are the files which are downloaded. Firefox is getting downloaded. Halfway is done. 50% is remaining. Now we have to take these files into a shared folder. We have to create a shared folder. We haven't created a shared folder because SCCM will take the files from a shared folder. So how do we create a shared folder and where do we create it? So we create generally in production environment, we create on a shared location, on a network location, not on SCCM server, not on database server, not on domain controller. But here we can we don't have a shared network location. We can create one network folder and then we can put it there in SCCM server itself. So let's go to C drive, everyone in the same server, in SCCM server, C drive, and create one folder here called source underscore files. Create a folder called source underscore files. Now this source files, you have to make it as a shared folder, network folder, so that it can be, you can access this folder from any computer. So right click and go to the give access to option, give access to, and then choose a specific people. Now who has permission at the moment? MECM admin has permission, but we want permission for SCCM server as well, for other machine as well. So we have to give everyone permission. So click on the drop down and choose everyone and then add. Below there is a permission level, read permission or read write. So let's give read write. However, we don't need to give read write. We have to just give read permission. But why I'm giving read write? Because from other machine, if we have to create a folder or access, we can do it from there. So read write permission we are giving everyone. And now click on share and done. Perfect. Now in this shared folder, double click and open that folder. You need to create a folder structure. The folder structure, so let's create 4 folders here, 4 folders. There will be 4 folders we have to create. One by one, create 4 folders. Now the first, now the first folder name will be applications. Applications. So all application will come under this folder. Okay. Second folder will be updates. Third folder, operating system. OS. Third folder, OS. OS, operating system. Very good. Fourth folder, reports. Okay, so now this is the folder structure. So all application which you will download from internet will come under application folder. All operating system which you will download from internet, that will go on under operating system. All the reports will go under reports. All the updates which you will download from internet will go under updates folder. Okay, now let's double click on application folder and then create 4 folders there, because you have downloaded 4 files, 7-zip, then 7-zip. Uh, uh. First one 7-zip without any space. Okay, don't give any space, just keep without a space. Then second one Firefox 98.0.1. Very good. Now third is Zoom, and the last one is M remote. Okay, now let's go to the download folder and cut those files from the download folder. Cut these files, cut, select all of them and cut, and go back to that location. Yeah, paste it here outside the folder, paste it. Okay, so we have downloaded the files, these files, and now we have put them in the shared folder, but it has to go inside the folder. Every file will go into the corresponding folder. So drag and drop, 7-zip, drag and drop to the folder. Very good. Firefox, drag and drop to the Firefox folder. Very good. M remote, drag and drop, and Zoom, drag and drop. Very good. Can you open any folder like Zoom application folder? 7-zip. Okay, good. Firefox. Okay, good. Okay, so application folders are created. Now we have to add the application one by one. So let's go to software library. Application management. Hmm. Um, 1 minute, guys. Okay, so now application management, expand that one. And then go to application. Now right click on application and then choose create application. Now the format is coming MSI. Okay, MSI format is coming. Now I have to give the location. Okay, so click on browse Now on the top where it is saying this PC desktop, you have to give the location of the file. So // type in // name of the server MECMPS and hit enter on the keyboard. Source files. Then you can go to applications and then Zoom and then choose Zoom installer. Okay, click open. Very good. So we have given the path of the file. So this is the location where the file is located. Now, next button is hidden. You can't click on next button. So in order to see the next button, there are two options. Either you do full screen or the taskbar down at the bottom, you have a taskbar. Wait a minute. Taskbar is there, right? So right click on that taskbar and then unlock the taskbar. Currently it is locked. So click on lock the taskbar checkbox, the second last one. Now drag and drop at the right hand side. Click on the taskbar and drag and drop at the right hand side. Drag and drop at the right hand side. Right, the vertical one. Right now it is horizontal. Drag and drop at the right hand side. The taskbar. Click on the black taskbar and then drag and drop at the right hand side. Yes, very good. Now next. Now publisher. Okay, go back. Now publisher is Zoom itself, right? So type in Zoom. Version, I don't know the version. You basically need to check on the vendor website and give the version. Okay, in production environment we have to give all the information properly. Here you can type in any version of your choice, let's say 20.0, 19.0, anything. Now the main thing here is, okay, the main very important is the installation program. Okay, copy that and put it on a notepad. Copy, notepad. Notepad is already open, na? Down at the bottom, it's already open. Put it there. After point number 3, hit enter. Yes. Now, what do you mean by MSI exec? Can anyone tell me? What is this MSI exec? No idea?
Executable might be.
This is a service. In every machine, there is a service called MSI exec. Okay. Can you go to services.msc on your laptop? Down at the bottom, search services.msc. Services. Open that one. Look for Windows installer. Windows installer will be there. Okay. Now this is what? This is like the tool which will help you to install, uninstall, update MSI file. This is basically for MSI. For all MSI needs, this service has to be there. If this service is disabled, for example, the service is disabled, you will never be able to install any MSI file, or you will never be able to install, uninstall, update, nothing. You can't do anything if this service is stopped. I mean, if this service is disabled. Stop is okay. Right now, this service is stopped because this comes into this runs whenever it has to do some installation or uninstallation task. It will not run all the time. Right click and go to the properties of this. Now you see path to executable below. What is that? C Windows System 32 / MSI. Yes, MSI exec. So basically I am calling MSI exec. This is the service I am calling MSI exec, right? So MSI exec is the service which will help you to install, uninstall, update, repair MSI files. This is only for MSI file. You, even if this this is disabled for exe, I mean, if you are installing any exe and if it is disabled, that's not going to make any problem. You will be able to install exe. But MSI, there, as soon as the MSI comes into the picture, this service has to be in enabled mode. So close this. This is a tool which will help you to install, uninstall, and update and repair MSI files. So that's the reason the command line is starting with MSI exec. So basically it is calling that service for what? For the installation. So /I is for installation. Hit enter a couple of times. Hit enter. Now type in /I hyphen install. This command is for install, right? Then hit enter and type in /x hyphen uninstall. Then /q hyphen silent to make the installation or uninstallation or everything silent. Okay, so it will silently execute the installation, uninstallation, and repair. Update, repair, and update. Okay, now next is hit enter and /no restart. No, no, without any space, restart. Space to suppress restart. To suppress restart. Now, why do we need this no restart? Because some of the application might trigger a restart. Let's say you are installing some application on 100 machines, and after installation, it will trigger a restart. Then what will happen? They will complain. People will take you for this. Why you have restarted my machines? I was working on some so and so documents. I was not able to save the document, and my machine got restarted suddenly. So in order to suppress the restart, some application will trigger a restart. So we will put this /no restart so that the application will not restart forcefully. The machine will not get restarted. Okay. So now /I is for install. Then what to install? The application file, that's zoom installer full.msi. That's the file which we downloaded from internet. So we have to install. So we are giving instruction to MSI exec service. We are giving instruction that to the tool, to MSI exec service, that to do the installation /I for install, and what? Zoom installer. That's the file which we downloaded. And then we are giving an instruction that do it silently. /q means what? Do it silently. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes.
So for every MSI, you can use these command lines blindly. Okay, blindly you can use this /I /x /q /no restart. You don't have to look for any website what is the command line for the other MSI. So when you create a next MSI, right, you have to use these command lines. Okay, next. Go back. Now give the okay, zoom is now here. Install behavior is there down at the bottom. Install behavior install for system if the resource is device, otherwise install for user. So choose the second option, install for system, because we have to do the system level installation. Now there are two types of installation: system level installation and user level installation. If you want this application to be available only for the current user, not for all the users, suppose it should be installed only for a user which is logged into the machine. Okay, so then we choose install for user, and it is going to use your account to do the installation of the application. So generally we don't take this one, because application needs a restart or application needs admin rights. So if user does not have admin rights, it will not work. It will fail, right? So let's choose the second option, install for system. Next.
What about the checkbox for run installation program as 32-bit? Do we need to check it or?
No, we don't have to check it. In case if it's a special requirement comes into the picture that that we have to install the application as a 32-bit application on a 64-bit, then only we do that. Otherwise, it is not needed. Okay. Next, finish. Okay, so Zoom application is now added. Similarly, add two more applications, the Firefox and mremote browse / or you can go one folder up to the application folder. Very good. Choose Firefox. Choose that file. You have to select the file now. Open. Next. So it is saying the web publisher is not verified by Microsoft. Microsoft does not know who is the publisher. That's okay. You can ignore that. Click yes. Next. Now here you type in the first one, in the name, type in after everything, type in 98.0.1. 98.0.1 because we have to specify the version. Okay. Now publisher, Mozilla. Version, software version 98.0.1. Okay, very good. Now check the command line installation program, msixec/I for install. Yeah, good. We don't have to touch anything here. Okay, go next, finish. Close it. Perfect. Now one more, right click and create application. 7-zip or mremote, anything of your choice which you have not taken. Yeah. Next. That's okay. Yes. Next. Publisher 7-zip. Software version 22.0.1. Install for system. Command line, check the command line, msixec/I. Okay, command line is perfect. We don't have to make any changes. Next, finish. Now these are the files. Okay, either you go one by one or you can distribute all of them in one go. We have to distribute them, right? Because the machine will not be able to download if you don't distribute. So because you downloaded it from internet, how the machine will download? They will download from distribution point. Okay, so let's choose all of them in one go and distribute all of them. Right click and distribute content. Next. 1 minute, guys. Next. Add distribution point. Choose the distribution point. Now we have only one distribution point, but in production you will have like Mumbai distribution point, London distribution point, Chennai distribution point. There will be like there could be hundreds of distribution point. Okay, choose that. So every machine will download it from this distribution point. Click OK, and then go next, next, finish. So that is how you distribute content to the distribution point. Okay, close it. Now click on one of them. Just click on 7-zip or Zoom, any application. Now below there is a splitter. Can you take the splitter little up? Yeah, yeah, splitter. Take it up. Yeah, very good. Yeah, you see the yellow icon. Yellow means it is in progress. The content is getting distributed at the moment. Okay, the content is not yet distributed. It is getting distributed. So you have to wait for few minutes for it to get distributed. Click on Zoom now. Click on Zoom. You see it is gone. It is distributed. Mozilla. Click on Mozilla. Very good. 7-zip. All of them are green. Green means they are all successfully distributed to the distribution point. Now the client machine can download it. But which client machine can download? We have to deploy. We haven't deployed it. So we have to give the instruction. Now the deployment is what? Instruction. Let's say I have to give instruction to 2000 machine that you have to download this from this distribution point and do the installation of Zoom application in 2000 machines. So the 2000 machine will start downloading from the DP, and then they will do the installation of this application. So we have to now deploy in available mode. So let's right click on Zoom application and then choose deploy. Deploy. Zoom is only for Windows, right? I mean Windows client machine. We will not install it on the server. So let's make it available only for Windows 10. So click on the collection. Now we have to choose the collection. So where we have to choose device collection, not the user collection. So click on user collection. On the top you have root. Up above root you have user collection. Just above root you have user collection. Above root, yeah, choose device collection. Now we have to deploy to the Windows 10 machine, right? So let's choose Windows 10. The policy will be available only for Windows 10. Next. Next. Available is fine. We will make it available, not required. Okay. If you choose required, then what will happen? It will forcefully install the application in the machines, but we don't want to install forcefully. It will be available for them. Okay. Next. This is the time when the application will get available, but we don't have to touch anything here. Let's go next. Yeah, next, finish. Okay, so can you check the deployment of Zoom application? Down at the bottom, you have deployments. Okay, so you have deployed it to Windows 10 collection. So the policy will be available only for Windows 10, not to any other machine, right? We can also give icon of this file. So let's download the icon. Go back to Edge browser again on the same machine. Go to google.com. Zoom icon. Now click on images. Now choose the second one. Right click on the second one and choose save image as. Right click, save image as. Zoom, click on save. Now right click on this zoom and then go to the properties of that. Go to software center and you can give the icon down at the bottom. You have browse option. You can give browse. And desktop, the icon is on the desktop, right? Zoom, open, apply. Okay, so the icon will show up in the software center. Now go to client machine because you have deployed it to client machine, right? So let's go to client machine. We will see how the deployment comes here. In software center, you will see, so suppose you are a user now and you would like to install Zoom application. So application is available in software center. You can go to software center and download and install the application from there. Right now, the policy hasn't come here. The policy will reach in 5 minutes. Um, the policy time, right? Click on updates and application. Policy will come in 3 minutes. 3 minutes is the time we have given in client setting. If you remember, day before yesterday we did client setting wherein we have given 3 minutes. Every 3 minutes the client and server will talk to each other. Client will ask with the server, do you have any policy for me? And the server will supply the policy, Zoom policy. So either you wait for 3 minutes. There are options. Okay, either you wait for 3 minutes or you can enforce the policy. You can also enforce the policy right now. So how do you enforce? Go to the server again, right click on Zoom application. Go to the collection, asset and compliance. Go to the collection, asset and compliance. Now you have deployed to Windows 10, right? Where right click on Windows 10 device collection. Client setting, client notification below. Download computer policy. Basically we are notifying the client. First one is download computer policy. Basically we are notifying to the client, okay, on this collection. Click on OK. Now there is one machine in this collection. If you have like 100 machines, so we are basically notifying to 100 client that you have to download a new policy from the management point, from the server. Okay, go back to the client one machine. Wow, you see it came in. Everyone clear?
Yes.
So that is how you are in New York and you are making application available to the users in Mumbai. Okay, no matter wherever you are, no matter where the users are, you can make the application available to them like this. Now user, as a user, suppose you are a user, end user, and you need to install this application. How will you install? You can click on that Zoom application and install. Simple. So as a user, you don't need to like go next and finish and choose the path and all. You just have to click install. It should get installed. Just like on your phone, whenever you want any application to install, you just choose install. It will get installed. You see, Zoom is now present on your machine on the desktop. You see, Zoom application got installed. I hope you guys are clear with this method, available method.
Yes, we're good.
Yes.
Now the second method is the required, the mandatory method. Some applications are like mandatory, like antivirus, or some application user himself will say, let's install this. We don't have to go to software center. Can you do the installation from your end? So that's like a mandatory application. So let's do the mandatory deployment. Go back to the notepad again and write down the next step. Point number 3, MSI application deployment in required mode. MSI application deployment in required mode. Now let's go back to the SCCM console. Now we will deploy one application in required mode. Now, for example, 7-zip. 7-zip is like a mandatory application, for example, and I have to install in all the server, not to the client machine, but we have to install it on the server. Let's say there are 3 servers and I have to install it on all the servers. So right click on 7-zip and then choose deploy. Now collection, choose Windows Server 2019 device collection. There are 3 servers. At the left hand side you have user collection, change that to device collection. Okay, now choose Windows Server 2019 because we have to deploy to all the server. If you have to deploy only to domains, we will choose domain collection. If you have to deploy only to database, then we will choose database collection. But here we have to deploy to all the machines. That there are 3 machines in this collection. Click OK and then go next. Next. Instead of available, choose required, the second one. So mandatory. Okay, user will not have to go anywhere, not to software center, nothing. It will automatically get installed. Next. You don't have to check anything. Next. Now here is the time when you would like to do it. So if you would like to do it as soon as possible, go back. Now here is the time. If you would like to do as soon as possible, like right now, then you have to choose that. Otherwise, if you have to do the installation tomorrow, day after tomorrow, next week, next month, then you have to choose the time. Okay, let's go next, finish. Now installation will, no, don't cancel it. Next, finish, I said. Now, so this application will get forcefully installed in all the machines, forcefully, in all the server, not on Windows 10. Okay, only on 3 machines. So suppose there is a requirement coming in, you have to deploy it on all the machines in Mexico, right? So you can create a collection and deploy in required mode forcefully. Okay, now either you wait for a few minutes, like 3 minutes for the policy to go to the machines automatically, or you can enforce the policy to the devices. How will you enforce? Let's go to asset and compliance. Choose where is the collection, which collection you have deployed to. Windows Server 2019 query based collection. Right click on that and then choose deploy. Client notification and download computer. First one. Click OK. Okay. So forcefully, the application will get installed in all the machine, including SCCM server, domain, database, and MECM in all the machines. Now, just wait for a few seconds. It will get installed. Now, go back to the point number, the notepad. Point number 4, MSI application deployment in approval mode. This is very rare deployment, but we also do this for licensed application. MSI application deployment in MSI application deployment in approval mode. Deployment in approval mode. Okay. Now, this kind of application deployment we do for licensed application. Let's say there are some licensed application and we want to set an approval. If anyone wants the application, he or she will have to raise an approval. Without approval, user cannot do the installation. Okay. So now before we do the deployment, let's verify whether 7-zip got installed here on domain or not, on database or not. Can you go to the domain and check? Click on start. You see 7-zip got installed. Database. Click on, you see 7-zip got installed in database, domain, and including SCCM server. Can you check in SCCM server too? Very good. 7-zip got installed in all 3 machines. Now the next deployment is mremote. We will deploy with approval mode. So let's quickly do that and then we will finish it off. Software library, right click on this mremote thing. Mozilla Firefox, sorry, that's my mistake. Mozilla Firefox, but this will be given only on approval basis. If it is approved, then only user will be able to download and install it. If it is not approved, user can't do it. Right click, deploy. And who will ask for approval? Will the machine ask for approval or the user? Can anyone tell me?
The user will ask for approval.
User. So it will be deployed on the user collection. Right, user. Can you right click on Mozilla Firefox again? What happened? Or it's thinking or what? There you go. Now click on browse. User collection, all user. So whoever wants, let's give to all user. Everyone will have permission to ask for approval. Okay. Okay, Shahid. Next. Next. Check the box, last one, require administrator approval. Next, finish. In the meantime, let's download the icon, Firefox icon. We haven't given icon. No? Okay. Go back to the Edge, close it. Go back to Edge. It is not mandatory, this icon download thing. It's not mandatory, but it basically looks good. Okay. When we give icon. Firefox icon. Choose the first one, right click on the first one or the second one, anything of your choice. Save image as. Firefox. Save. Now right click on Mozilla Firefox, properties. Software Center on the top, browse, desktop, Firefox icon, apply OK. Mhm.
Hey, Kashif, quick question. In this course, are we gonna configure the CMG?
Cloud Management Gateway is not part of this course curriculum.
Do you have like separate course for it, or
Separate course that comes in advanced level.
and you have it, right?
Yes. Click OK.
Okay.
Now, let's go to the client one machine, for example, and we will see the status. Can you refresh? Icon is not coming. Wait a minute. Icon will come in few seconds. Refresh again. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Click on this Firefox thing, but you will not be able to install it because it needs approval. So who you have to ask for approval. So type in kindly approve and request. You have to give the justification why do you need it and then request. Okay. So user will raise approval like this. Now who will receive the request? Let's go to the SCCM console. So the administrator will receive the request. Click on approve application request at the left hand side. You have application request. So the administrator is going to get the request like this. You see Mozilla Firefox, who needs it? John needs it. From where? From on which machine? On client one machine. So right click, either the administrator will approve or deny. So right click and approve. If the user is eligible, then administrator will approve. The moment, yeah, click on OK. The moment you approve it from here, what will happen? The installation will start there on the machine after a few seconds. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes.
Go back
Yes.
to the notepad and write down the next, write down the um, assignment. Deploy few applications in available required approval mode. And I'm gonna give you the link, guys. Okay. Deploy few application in available / required / approval mode. Okay, I gave you the link for Wireshark. You can copy it from this one, the chat window. FileZilla. AnyConnect. Global Protect. Then Putty. Then RDCM. Then Google Chrome, right? Okay, I gave you the links on chat window. I will also give you the link on WhatsApp. You can take it from there. Okay, guys. That's your assignment. You have to do it yourself. Okay, thank you for
So
joining the
all of
session. I
these
hope
by different or like
Hmm?
the three methods you said that available, required, and approval.
So
So one
how
by one or
many
something?
I sent? How many I sent? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 I sent.
Yeah.
So you can do like 3, 3,
First
and 2.
available.
Yeah,
Okay.
3, 3, 2. Okay.
Yeah. Got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Ahmed, I'm gonna send
Yes.
you Zoom link. Okay.
Okay.
Bye now. Bye everyone.
Thank you, sir. Bye.